So if we go back a year ago, on May 29th, 2019, Lyft announced that all Lyft rides for that past year were carbon neutral because Lyft had purchased carbon credits. Effectively, they had spent money to buy over 2 million metric tons of carbon offsets. So
And that's pretty good.
That is very good.
That was really nice.
But last week, they announced that they aren't going to do that anymore. Instead, they said they want a 100% electric fleet by 2030.
Okay, so let me just... So they said last year, this is what they said. They said that they were going to carbon offset all the trips.
Yes.
With all the money that they're making, because Lyft makes a lot of money.
That's the thing. Costs money to carbon offset. I think they don't want to spend the money anymore.
So basically they said, oh, but don't worry. We're going to we want a 100% electric fleet by 2030. Now, just to make everything clear here, Lyft doesn't make cars.
No.
They don't produce cars that people buy to do Lyft with.
Right.
So by 2030, that's in 10 years. We're pretty confident that pretty much all the cars on the road are going to be electric.
So by basically doing nothing for 10 years, they can immediately just flick a switch in 2030 and be like, gee, we're all electric because that's all there is.
Right. And also at the time, no one's going to care because it's going to be in 10 years.
Right.
And again, all these companies, they set goals for very far in the future. So that way when we get there, they can push the goalposts back all they want. And then the story is just, oh, we did the thing that we said.
And here's the thing I think is pretty sleazy. They've been doing this now for a couple of years, which is great. So in your mind, you're like, I'm going to ride Lyft instead of anyone else because they're carbon neutral. And they're quietly just announced they're not doing that anymore. So now you'll forget and you'll keep riding them thinking you're doing a good job as a consumer. And you're not, because Lyft is basically saying they don't want to really do anything for the next 10 years. They just want to do some greenwashing.
It's super sleazy to first start out with it and then to get rid of it very quietly. It's really important to get this information out, and you are vital to doing that.
When people hear about information from someone they know and trust,
that's you,
they are much more likely to listen and act.
So share this clip with someone you know today.
You'll feel good knowing you made a difference. Now you know.